Good morning to everybody.
I think history has already answered that question. I think if you look at the type of players and the profile of players that have come through this sort of initiative, I mean, you speak of Percy Dow, who's on his way to Europe, a big player, who's done tremendously well for the local team in South Africa, and who's developing into becoming one of the best players we probably will produce. So if you ask about the talent, I think when you look at what is in the country, when you look at what is representing Bafana, when you look at some of the big teams and the local players that they have, you then say to yourself, the talent is there. And like the TD then says, it's about two things. One is the development of that talent and how do you facilitate and maximize their potential. And two is the monitoring and consistent development of their talent through developing better coaches, developing better administrators, so that you've got a more holistic environment that facilitates their growth. I think it's important. I think apart from it giving the players a foundation to not only to be able to interpret and understand messages given by coaches, but it also allows and gives a platform for careers beyond playing the game, because what you start to see is you see players that develop and get to a certain league or level, and when they don't make it into the professional space, they then fall out, and then you're trying to address social ills with regards to that also. But if you can create an environment where they are educated, it then allows them to filter into different other spheres that are related into sports and into football, because then you go into coaching, and because you've got that foundation and that academic background, you are then able to fulfill or further your studies from a coaching perspective. You will then start to develop younger coaches who, through the SAFA curriculum, can then be taught the South African way of developing players and the South African methodology.